welcome back to another video. This is the Snowshoe GNCC 2024. My name is Ryder Sigety. I'm a 4-time national GNCC champion and a part of the Yamaha factory support off-road team. Off to a great start for my row, and then I almost go straight here because one of the XC3 riders, or XC2 riders, they were on the 3rd row and they blew right through that ribbon, so I almost went the wrong way right off the start, which I did last year actually in our Snowshoe video. But off to a good start. I'm in first right now for my row, but if you guys don't know how Snowshoe works, there's a couple rows per class, so I might not be in first total. Right there, roots, ton of roots at this race. You're gonna see right here a rider falls, not from my row, but he falls on the roots. And as we're getting up to the pack here, we're gonna start catching people in my class. We haven't yet though. I don't think any of these people are in my class yet, but we will start to get to some of the points leaders, so it gets really interesting. Make sure you guys watch. A lot of falling and passing and getting stuck.
Hey, why don't you explain how the starting grid works so they can figure out why people weren't in your class and now they are?
I will in a second, but right in front of me is Mason Sakanikis, and to the right of him is also in our class Jermon Lilly, I'm pretty sure, and we're kind of in like a 3-way battle right now, except since I started 10 seconds behind them, on adjusted time I would be ahead, but look at all the people coming through here, all the ruts and things, and you're going to see in a minute, all of us spread out like a spider, and we all go different directions down in this mud hole. I really wasn't expecting Snowshoe to be this good of a race. It was really awesome, the track. Also, I yell thank you for people a lot. And also Mason, the rider in the purple and right to the right of me, the guy in the black and white gear, I make the pass on him, and now I'm in second in my class physically, and in front of me is Jarman, and I just have to get around him. So coming up in about 15 seconds, I just tried to take a different line than everybody else, and it ended up working really in my favor. You're gonna see I come out of this turn, and everybody's going right. I go straight, and I think I made like 2 passes, maybe 2 or 3 passes, which was pretty good. Yeah, I really love this race because it was really rough and gnarly, and you're gonna see it gets even way more tough than it is now. I'm gonna get stuck a couple times, but it was an awesome day. And yeah, just in about like 10 seconds, we're gonna see me. I try to take a line off to the left of like a really bad mud hole, and there's a root there. And I knew the route was there. I biked it the day before, but I didn't give it nearly enough gas. There's someone stuck right there. I didn't give it nearly enough gas, and I get stuck a little bit because I didn't commit. But it's alright. I didn't take that line ever again. Surprisingly, I didn't get passed by a single person in my class, even though after I like stopped riding and then got back up, I even stopped again here to ask, I didn't know if I would like get stuck going through that, but when I asked the guy and he kind of gave me that hand signal, I figured I'd be fine going through the mud hole, and I was. It really wasn't that bad.
Hi, this is Ryder's dad, Mike, and I'm just going to go over with you a little thing about getting stuck. So Ryder's still, obviously he's a kid, he's still in high school, and getting stuck at any event like this could be the end of your day. I mean, you can lose 10 minutes. I mean, there's no guarantee someone's gonna ever come to help you. I mean, I'm not trying to put Ryder down here, but he still can't really put the bike on the stand himself without having a real problem. Like, it's kind of like a joke. When it comes time to put on the stand, like all the conversations stop and we all just watch to see if he's even gonna get it on the stand or miss it. So you gotta be careful. When you're doing a race like this, you can have a 10-minute lead and just get zapped and stuck there. So yeah, you gotta be a little cautious when choosing your mud hole lines, for sure.
Yeah, definitely. But at Snowshoe, I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with how their lines work, but here's TJ Brown, by the way. And usually, I don't know if I get passed by TJ Brown, but he started so much closer to me at this race because of the way Snowshoe rows work. You want to explain that, Dad?
Yeah, so in Snowshoe, as you saw in the beginning, it's 6 people per row, 10 seconds apart, versus the entire class per row, 1 minute apart. And it's a live engine start in the village of Snowshoe, and that's a really weird setup to the village of Snowshoe. So I don't know if you've ever been to a ski resort, but this is the only one I've ever been to, which is what Snowshoe is, where the village is, and all the activities and the hotels are all at the top of the mountain. So you gotta drive all the way up the mountain and then you could park your car, and then everything's, it kind of goes downhill from there, the mountain and the trails. And this place is always super muddy and super rocky, but we're not into the rocks yet. Oh, here comes Howard's Hole. Check this out. This is the most famous part of the Snowshoe.
Yeah, definitely. If you look here, I almost hit these two people. Well, I don't think I got that close, but they were definitely scared. And then the rider on the Kawasaki, I slowed down because I didn't want to get caught behind all that roost, or if he got stuck there, I was going to have to find a different way. So I just wanted to make sure that I could give him some room before I went.
Now, do you show people what this looked like yesterday during the quads race? Here, or is it later in the video?
A little later in the video, yeah, guys. Oh, right here, sorry. Look at that, it's really cool. Yesterday during the quads, it's like a whole party at the race. So something interesting about the Howard's Hole, when we rode the e-bikes through this on Friday, it was dry. I mean, like, it wasn't bone dry, but there was no water at all. And it didn't rain at all either. They actually watered down Howard's Hole to make it more exciting for the spectators, and I guess harder for the riders too. It's pretty interesting. And also, it was so dry, it was dusty on a lot of roads. They had the snow blowers going. In the middle of the day, like, it's warm, it's hot out, and they were just blowing water to make the track less dusty, but it really didn't work. It was still really dusty once all that water dried off. You're gonna see in a minute how bad the dust was.
So the Snowshoe race is probably the most expensive race for racers on the series. It's very difficult to get any parking, even for just a car or truck, let alone an RV. And it's like an hour going uphill and an hour downhill, which is really tough on a lot of RVs. And last year we went to the room that was like $3,300, 2-bedroom for 3 nights, 2 days. Or 2 nights, 3 days, sorry. So it's very expensive to stay here, so makes it a little difficult. Oh, this was your favorite section, right, Ryder?
Yeah, I really liked this section. It was technical, but I felt like I could also get a good groove going in here. So I don't know, it was fun. Also, right here, coming up this hill, the dust was so bad. You're going to listen to me in a second. I couldn't even tell where we were going. Where am I going?
So this is the most dangerous part of the course. These high-speed, fifth-gear straightaways with loose rocks. And it's so hard to tell that there are loose rocks on there, but trust me, there are. And every year, people get seriously hurt. Just all day, you hear ambulances going up and down the mountain and everywhere. It's just such a scary feeling.
Yeah, and the dust definitely didn't help with that. Also, if you guys check out some of my other snowshoe videos from past years, you can see in each one there's somebody getting really hurt on these Jeep roads, because the youth event at this race is really just Jeep roads. They don't even give you much trail, so you're kind of bound to get hurt here.
Yeah, one of your videos, you got your main competitor who was in front of you cartwheeling fifth gear down one of these Jeep roads.
Yep.
So one really crazy thing that happened at Snowshoe is that they have these like septic pools. When I say pool, they're the size of a swimming pool, and I guess the hotels use them for their like septic fields or tanks. And one of them just started hugely overflowing, like it blew apart and started running brown water through all the pits. I mean, through the racers were going through it, the trails flooded. You'll see in a minute. It was really gross. And like, people were parked there, so they couldn't move all their gear, all their gas cans, all their spare bikes, and then in the trail, it was the weirdest thing. So stay tuned if you want to see that. And by the way, if we haven't said it yet, if you could please like, subscribe, and comment, really means a lot to us. Ryder spends a ton of time editing these videos, rushing to get them out in time. Oh, this is crazy, right? Was this where you jump through the trees?
Yeah, the roots right there, and then I had to like wheelie through those trees. But even in a little bit, the camera got kind of messed up, but right here, there's another section with roots like that. And they were just everywhere on this track, roots like that and worse. But you could barely tell on the GoPro how hard they were.
Yeah, what a variety of terrain. Like dark, slippery roots and dirt to complete dust, and then later we're going to get to rock gardens so bad that they were completely dry and people are still stuck in them, falling all over the place. We're also going to show you some footage of the pros at the end, so stay tuned for that, and we'll go over some of the pro results. And speaking of results, Ryder, how was your day?
My day was pretty good. I won my class, which was awesome. And then as far as overall goes, I beat some people I don't usually beat, and I got beat by some people that don't usually beat me. So I think the rocks definitely add some adversity to the results. I mean, I think everybody has good and bad days in the rocks, but it's pretty inconsistent.
Yeah, I thought you did really good, kid.
So going down the next hill, I think I was like fed up from all the dust and all the loose rocks, and listen. I'm pretty sure I said it somewhere in there. I was like, I could not go any slower down that hill. I was going so slow with the rocks and the dust. I was just mad at this point.
This isn't a dig or trying to put down West Virginia. Actually, I'm really jealous about this, but it is kind of like a lawless state when it comes to like dirt bike riding. Like on the roads that go through the villages, I mean, kids are doing wheelies on pit bikes with no helmets, people riding razors and side-by-sides, ripping up and down the road all night, making crazy loud open header noises, and everything just goes there. Like doesn't seem like anyone really gets in trouble for riding dirt bikes and stuff like that on the roads. It's kind of crazy. Oh, another weird thing is, like, it's the only place I've been to on the East Coast ever where you could drive for like 2 hours and not get cell phone reception.
Too fast. Yeah, just like you heard me say, I definitely was having a hard time on these long downhills. I'm going so damn slow. I felt like I could not pick up any speed just because I was scared of all the loose rocks. And some of the downhills would go for like a mile or two. They were really long and tiring, but it was pretty good. I don't know. I was able to get by them, I guess, and I didn't really fall much on them.
So are we coming into the rock section now?
Yeah. This is not standing. Why am I in second? There we go.
So we were afraid Ryder was going to get nosebleeds during this race because he's been really sick for the last 2 weeks. He's been on antibiotics for almost 2 weeks, and nosebleeds that just wouldn't stop. So we had to actually pack gauze pads and Afrin nose spray in his backpack. In his backpack, so if something happened during the race, he would be able to stop the nosebleed, but it didn't happen. So we're just going to let this roll for a little while.
This is a bad rock section, by the way.
Yeah. So yeah, it's hard to tell from the camera. He does a lot of talking, so we're just going to let it roll for a little bit, and you can kind of hear him talk to you.
Thank you. Ah. Now we're talking. Thank you, man. So I just passed our team manager, Randy Hawkins, and his son, Mitch, and also the guy that I said excuse me to. I don't know why I said excuse me during the dirt bike race. Oh wait, listen again here. Which way, Caleb? Thank you. So I passed Randy, Mitch, that was Caleb Wood, who I actually battled with him for a championship, but he was really nice, and he was pointing me out the best line there. And I also passed the guy I said excuse me to. That was my friend Vinny, one of my good Brazilian friends. And yeah, this was just a lot of passing people and talking to myself.
So soon we're going to pass our really good friend and super popular, well-known guy, Frank Messina here. You can hear Frank cheering for you too, Ryder. And, you know, that's a perfect example. Frank's a multi-time GNCC champion, wins all the time. And you could just see, like, it was tough for him in there. And he's a really good rider. If, like, watching someone ride even a supercross course, sometimes you look at it and you're like, oh, that looks easy. I could probably do that with a little more skill. And same thing when watching these videos, like, oh, I could probably do that. No, it's really hard. And Frank just showed you that. Like I said, multi-time champion. So what hill is this now, Ryder?
Yeah, this is FMF Hill. It was definitely a hard hill, but it really wasn't bad. I know it would have been a lot harder in the rain. Actually, speaking of this hill being wet, I got to the start, and it was really late. They started this race really late, and my friend Mason was there at the start. I was like, why? I wonder why the race is so late, because I think they've been done for a while. He's like, well, they're watering FMF Hill right now. And I was like, you're joking, right? And he was serious. They were actually watering the hill. I guess so it wasn't dusty, but it definitely made the hill a lot harder. Also, right now, I'm currently riding through the poop water that we were talking about earlier. And there's a nice pool of it right here, but this was also cool. I was able to ride in the little dam there.
Yeah, that was like a retaining wall, and it was faster to ride on the wall. So now you get to go through pro pits, which is really cool too. So let the viewers take a look and see what it's like to go through the pro pits.
Also, give a little wave to my Yamaha Am Pro team right here. And I think I saw some people waving back, even though you guys probably can't see that. And it's always cool to ride through the pits, but I thought it was really cool riding through the snowshoe pits.
So we are branching out to doing some different kinds of videos. We're actually going to do a 40 bike stand comparison video, and we literally do have 40 stands. We have some unusual ones that you probably didn't even know existed, and some really portable ones, some great work ones. So you might want to subscribe and get notified to check it out. And what did that pitboard say, Ryder?
It said plus 30 seconds, so I knew how far I was as in relation to the people in my class. And I think in second place was Mason at this point. But right here you see, this was one of the cooler sections. Sorry about the water bottle. The only time that I ever went through this road, I had a water bottle in my mouth. But this time I had it in the least. So this was cool, riding on the road, kind of racing. It was a little scary though at some points, like this turn, because there's gravel all over the road too.
And if you check out in our description, we have a bunch of coupon codes, and here's you asking for advice. Coupon codes, and one of them is for Mica metals. They do handlebars and sprockets, and it's 40% off. And if you don't see it in the code, all you have to put in is Fly Mica, and you'll get 40% off. And also, we've been using Regina chains. You can see them on our handlebars here. For me, 20 years, and Ryder 10 years, and we have not had a single failure with those chains. They have been really awesome. So if next time you're looking to buy chains, I would highly recommend the Reginas.
Oh wait, yes. Yeah, you see me making a lot of different line choices here. Right there, I couldn't decide. I was like, nope, I gotta go right. Oh wait, yes, I was supposed to go left. Because there's so many lines at this race. I mean, I felt like every straightaway I had to decide where I wanted to go. Like right here. See, I follow this rider and I see that big mud hole. So I turn left, I go through the bushes, and look, I was able to avoid the whole mud hole and I passed him. One way that I was trying to figure out which way or which lines to take, I was actually just asking people. Like I would stop and ask. I feel like it's better to take your time than to get stuck in a bad rut. If you guys listen right here. Where should I go? Thank you. Yeah, you see he kind of pointed me, and all these people was cheering on, pointing you the right directions, which was pretty nice of them to all stand here, just probably to point that me or their riders the right direction. Tons of people pointing. Wow.
So as we said earlier, the youth race is just racing on Jeep roads as fast as your bike will go. And Ryder's really started racing GNCCs 4 years ago, and he's done really well at them. But 5 years ago, when he was on a KTM 65, everyone told us, oh, if you like it gnarly, you should go to the Snowshoe. Not realizing that Ryder was going to be racing a 65 and just racing Jeep roads all day. And not only was the race terrible by riding Jeep roads all day, and not only did we say, we're not coming back to this race ever again, or even this series. This is so bad. But his KTM broke like minutes into the race. The power valve broke, so he had no top end, and the whole race was nothing but top end. So at that point, we're like, we're never coming back to this series. We're never gonna come back to this mountain. And then we ended up accidentally in the South during COVID, and we said, we'll try another GNCC, and he loved it. He loved that particular GNCC. And then we started doing all the GNCCs, and as you may know already, he's a 4-time consecutive GNCC champion, but we still always hated this race, really disliked it. Our friends were getting hurt, we were watching people getting hurt in the kids race. And now that he doesn't have to do the kids race, he does like less Jeep road and almost all predominantly gnarly trail. And how do you feel about this race now compared to the way it was?
I loved it this time. I mean, it's like my house. These trails were really nice. I liked definitely everything I rode. And you're going to see in a minute, this is kind of like my house skills shining. There's one person falling, another person falling. I don't even think I put my foot down. I was so proud of myself in this section, especially since my team manager, Randy Hawkins, and his son, Mitch Hawkins, were watching, and I didn't put my feet down. I was really happy about that.
Yeah, Randy is such a nice guy, and I'm not just saying that because he has chosen us to be on his team, which is really, really nice of him, but we spent a lot of time with him and his family, and he is just a complete gentleman, so smart and so talented. He's a 6-time AMA National Enduro overall champion, overall, not just class champion. So he's really got a lot going for him, and we're honored to be part of his team.
Also, here's Caleb again.
So there's Caleb Wood. He is last year's GNCC youth champion and overall champion, actually. And I believe he set a GNCC record by being the first person or kid to win a youth championship from the second row, which was really, really cool of him to be able to do that.
Yeah, definitely. That was awesome of him.
So laps at a GNCC are almost always around 30 minutes, and this was a little bit of a shorter course of 10 miles versus 13, and it was still 45-minute laps, or 42-minute laps for Ryder.
Yeah, I think it might have been 12 miles still, but yeah, it's definitely still a way longer lap, time-wise, than it usually is. There's a little hill here, and then we have a little jump onto the road, which is pretty fun. I think my dad got a video of me one lap. I don't know, it's cool. I really liked the course, actually. It was fun. Here's our pit stop, by the way. I'm just gonna let you guys listen.
Here's the water.
Thank you. You got a good lead. Come on. There's a 5-lap race, so we're filling you up twice. Oh, why is it going so slow? Sorry. Good job, Ryder.
Yeah, I'm not sure why that guy said, who was helping us, said sorry. I hope he didn't think I was talking about him when I said why so slow. What did that sign say, Ryder?
Yeah, that sign said inside, and it was just letting me know that inside line. So I said thank you to the guy, because that was nice. And here we're going to Howard's Hole again. There's a big divot right here, and I wasn't ready for it, but I was able to wheelie past it, so that was fun. I felt like Howard's Hole, even though it wasn't too bad, it was just getting gnarlier and gnarlier each lap. But they said the Sea Riders do it. Oh, right here I fall. Listen. Damn it. That wasn't good. Yeah, that definitely wasn't good. I guess I was getting tired or something because that was really nothing. I shouldn't have fallen there, but the 125 being so big, I went to put my foot down on the right side, and as you guys saw, it didn't really work out. Here comes our Scott goggle change where we talk about the poop, and pay attention to how I say how fun it is, and then immediately fall.
Am I gonna get lapped? I don't know. You got a 4-minute lead. That's water. You know, exploded.
This is fun.
Yeah, Ryder! Woo! Go, kid!
That wasn't good. Thank you, guys. Oh, yeah? Uh-oh. This should be interesting.
You're good. You're good.
Ryder, where I saw you fall, I saw Nick DeFale and a bunch of other people fall there. So who was that just past? Was that Grant Baylor?
Yeah, that was Grant, and then right here is...
That is Johnny G. So those two battled for the whole next lap, and Johnny G did get Grant at the end, and there is Grant Davis, who's going really good. He was youth not that long ago, so good for him, right?
Yeah.
So here is your top 10 overall for the day. And by the way, that was a tough section right there where you are right now. I saw all the pros even like struggling a little bit. Not struggling, but just not like on it there. So Johnny G ended up eking out Grant Baylor for first, Grant second. Stu Baylor got third, who was leading a good portion of the race. I don't know what happened to him. By the way, those rocks look awesome. I love planted rocks. I hate loose rocks. That is the one bad thing about this place, even though it is awesome. There's just so many high-speed loose rocks, but if you can get past that, it's fun. So who was that just passed? I didn't get a good view of him.
I think that was Smith. That was Evan Smith.
Yeah, that makes sense. Who got sixth. Josh Toth came from back of the pack. I think he goes by too. He got seventh, and that's Dante Oliveira right there. He got eighth. So I guess we don't have Josh in the video. I do think you have sorry, Josh Toth you don't have, but you do have Josh Strang and Thad Duvall, and you'll actually see the pass go on, which will be really cool there, with Thad ended up getting 10th and Josh 9th. Is that Craig DeLong?
Yeah, that's Craig.
He's our local hero. He's awesome. He's actually the 2023 overall GNCC champ. Craig got 11th for the day. Lyndon Snodgrass got 12th.
Right here, you're gonna see the pass between Strang and Duvall. You see right now, Strang is behind Duvall, and as I zoom in, he gives it a ton of gas and just gets straight past him. And I thought that was really cool. I don't know if you guys heard me, but I was like freaking out in the video. It was a cool pass to see. And then right in front of me is T-Rex, Nick DeFeo. He passed me, and he got right behind that, or he got 13th overall, which is really good because he was in youth just last year.
And our favorite Yamaha rider, Ricky Russell, he's been struggling with some health issues. He got 14th, with Cody Barnes getting 15th. Ryder Lafferty, another local boy, 16th. Jason Tino, a local 250A guy, got 17th, which is really good too.
Yeah, there's a couple more guys in the top 20, 2 or 3. But this was an awesome race, guys. Thank you for watching.
Thank you. Please like, subscribe, and comment would be awesome. Any comment you can do really helps us a lot. Hope you enjoyed the video. Stay tuned for some more exciting videos to come.
We'll see you in the next one, guys. Bye.
How was it?
It was awesome. The rock sections felt like our house, and the fast stuff was scary. It was really dusty, too. Like I think it was Josh too, talked when he passed me. Yeah, there was too much dust. We were literally riding side by side because he couldn't go any faster.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. It was fun though. I liked it.
Were you able to do that rock jump that we were talking about?
Yeah.
Cool.
Mitch and Randy put a rock in it.
Really? Oh, they were all the way down there.
Yeah.
Wow, that helped everyone, I guess.
Yeah.
Did you ride that section or did you jump it? Any battles? All right. You're not in a talkative mood.